I've decided it's time to upgrade my red dot sights. I chose Leupold's Delta Point Pro, and that's what I'm going to cover in depth in this video. Hey guys, Gavin Gear here from UltimateReloader.com. That's right, it's time for a red dot update, and as you can see here, we're ready with some awesome gear. I've got both of the Delta Point Pros here, one in FDE, one in black. They're actually available in 2.5 MOA and 6 MOA. I chose 2.5 MOA for both of these. I also have a variety of mounting options that are offered by Leupold. We've got the Pro AR mount, which is a Picatinny mount. We've got the 45-degree AR mount, which allows us to mount at a 45-degree angle, as you might imagine. We've got the AR D-Lock mount, the 35mm ring top mount kit. We'll definitely be using that one. And if we have a Remington 870, there's a dedicated mount for that as well. So why did I choose Leupold's Delta Point Pro? Well, it's got extremely rugged construction. It's backed by a great warranty. It's got a top mount battery. It's got those 2.5 and 6 MOA options. It's got up and down illumination controls on the top, and it also has a top plate for protection. This is something that I can enjoy for a lifetime, and I don't worry about it losing its zero or breaking. So let's see what's in the box. Okay, so here we can see the box contents for each. Contents is pretty simple. We've got the red dot sight itself. We've got this really nice rubber cover for it to protect it. We've got a Leupold branded battery. That's pretty awesome. And instruction manual, mounting screws, and mounting Allen key wrenches. And one of these looks like it's actually Torx. So with that, looks like we've got what we're going to need. I'm going to go select a handgun and a rifle, and we'll get these mounted. All right, so I got the rifle figured out. We're going to use our AR-15 chambered in 6 ARC. We just did a Wooks furniture upgrade on this rifle. Looks pretty awesome, doesn't it? It's wearing a Leupold Mark V HD 2-10. So we're going to end up using the 35mm ring top mount kit. And what that's going to allow us to do is have a sight line right down the side here. And what I'll be able to do is acquire the target with the red dot and then get centered on it and then move over to the scope and take the shot. So the strategy is going to be to sight in both at 100 yards. So I'm going to go ahead and get busy doing the install, and I'll show you how it ends up. So that was a straightforward install, and it's nice to know that you can mount the plate on either side or on the top, and there's multiple positions in terms of fore aft for the different screw holes that are in the plate. So I chose the plate on the side, and that went down. It basically just replaces your rear ring cap for a configuration like this, and then you've got those mounting options. Mounted the plate, drop the sight on. There's 2 screws, super easy. And then I took the small Allen key here. There's a little brass dimple there. You press down on it, pull it over. Battery door flips up, put the battery in, pop it down, shut it, and all good to go. It looks really good. And I think while I'm not using the AR mount on this, it might be a little bit better for this, but I think it's going to work really well because I can see the dot right here. And then I could just go straight over and get on target. And that should be really awesome to use. So super curious how it's going to be shooting with this setup. All right, so for our handgun, we're going to use the same handgun we used at the Rock Chuck Olympics, the Canik SFX Rival S. The cool thing about this handgun is that it comes with a whole bunch of different plates. It comes with the rear sight plate. It comes with the number 1, 2, 6. This is the 4 that's installed, and that's actually going to work with the Delta Point Pro just ready to roll just like that. So I'm going to go ahead and get this mounted in the rock vise, just like we used for the other one. We've just got 2 screws to install, that's it. All right, so let's take a look at what this looks like. Very nice. Yeah, that 2.5 MOA dot is just perfect. This is going to be a lot of fun to use. Okay, so now that we have our pistol and our rifle set up with the Delta Point Pro, it's time to sight both of them in. Well, I'm all done with my shooting. I actually threw in a third firearm, that is the Henry X model lever action. Really fun across the board. We started out with the Canik SFX Rival S. Again, the mounting on that was super straightforward. And what I ended up doing was just sighting it in at 25 yards, took a couple adjustments and we were good. And then did some shooting of steel, which was really awesome. I like the 2.5 MOA dot on a pistol, and it made accurately shooting these steel targets a lot easier, I would say, compared to iron sights. So then we moved to the 6-arc AR. This was a 6-arc AR that we've shown recently on the channel. We did this Wooks AR furniture upgrade, and really nice AR. Love the way that it looks. We had the Leupold 2-10 Mark V HD on there and replaced the rear ring cap with the 35mm ring cap mounting kit. And that allowed us to cant this off to the side. And my strategy for sighting this one in was to get the scope sighted in and to check our zero at 100 yards. And then basically just to make sure that the bench rest was holding the rifle perfectly steady at perfect point of aim, and then to move over to the Delta Point Pro and use the elevation and windage adjustment to get the dot to center up on that 8.5 by 11 target at 100 yards as well. That worked really well. We then went out to 400 yards to acquire the target roughly with the red dot and then hone in with the 2-10 Mark V HD. That worked very well as well. So I really like the idea of this red dot, and then what I'm thinking is it'll be even more helpful as we go out to further distances. So I might end up putting this onto a PRS style rig instead of just an intermediate long range AR like what we have here. Okay, then we finally have the Henry X model. And so for this, it was a choice between, it got the 2 mounts here. We've got the Delta Point Pro AR mount, and then we've got the Delta Point Pro AR D-lock mount. The D-lock mount is the one that I used. It's a little bit higher. I kind of forgot about the fall off of the buttstock. And so it ended up being a little bit high. And I was tempted to swap it out, but I decided not to because we're going to be putting Bravado furniture from Wooks onto this X model, and that's going to give us an adjustable cheek riser. So with the adjustable cheek riser, I'll be able to square up with that red dot perfectly, and I should be able to fine tune that to absolute perfection. The lever gun always brings out the smiles. Kyle from my team, he shot it as well. Really loved the red dot on it. He also felt like it was a little high ergonomically for him. So I'm curious for us both to try it after we do the furniture upgrade. Stay tuned for that. That story is coming up real soon here on the channel. So 3 different firearms, 3 different scenarios, fun across the board. And I'm really excited to have red dots that are of a higher quality bar compared to what I've had before. I love the top battery door. We can swap out batteries without upsetting our Zero or dismounting the mount, which is great. And optically, they look absolutely perfect to look through. So I love these setups. My question for you is, what do you think about the Delta Point Pro? Are you running one, or have you seen it here for the first time? I'd love to hear what you think. If you are shooting one, what kind of firearm do you have it on? What cartridge are you shooting, and what are you using it for? I'll meet you down there in the comments section. That concludes this video, and that means it's time to wrap it up. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're watching Ultimate Reloader on TV and want to take advantage of free resources, exclusives, and hot deals, just hold your camera phone up to the QR code, tap on the link, fill out the information, boom, you're getting Ultimate Reloader emails. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, we're on Facebook, YouTube, Rumble, where we've got unrestricted content, and Instagram. Make sure to follow us on all those channels. Ultimate Reloader also has a commercial solutions division serving law enforcement, the military, and the gun industry. We have some unique capabilities, including a comprehensive suite of recoil testing and evaluation capabilities, trigger profiling, and more. Thanks again for watching.